So first of all, relax. Okay, Jane, what specifically is it that you're wanting to achieve here? And I don't want this to be a role model, so a role play. I want you to work with me. I'm going to coach you for what's happening in your business. Okay?
There are two teams which are shortly to be joining together. So half of the team I work with already, the other half I don't. So it's to bring them together, cope with the personalities, cope with the processes, everything that's involved in merging two
Okay.
teams.
So you said two teams. How many people in each team?
They're quite small teams at the moment, so it'll be 5 and 5. So
5 and 5. So what's your position? What's your title?
Senior Income Management Officer.
Sorry?
Senior Income Management Officer.
Senior Income Management Officer. Okay. So as a Senior Income Management Officer, is this going to be a new Senior Income Management team?
They're income management officers.
So the income management officers.
Yeah.
So is it 5 from one team and 5 from the other team?
Yeah.
So what do you already do at the moment with your team? So you manage 5 people?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So what's happened to the other manager of the other team?
We will obviously be applying for our jobs.
Ah, right, okay, okay. So you've got to reapply for your job?
Well, that hasn't been confirmed yet, but obviously that's they probably won't need 2 of us.
When do the 2 of you work together?
It's the actual company emerging 1st of April.
Yeah.
We are going to be one of the first teams to emerge.
Okay. So when will you know specifically what's going to happen with the two leaders here?
Once our manager is in place, which should be sort of April time, end of April.
Okay. Okay. So the goal we can work on, because that's an unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Okay.
So the goal we can work on today is for you to be able to coach your existing team.
Yeah.
So you're coaching your existing team through this change and integrating the other team.
Yes.
Now that may or may not happen. So can I just check what would happen if you're not running that team? Would you still be coaching people? Would you still be staying in the organisation?
Who knows? That is an unknown.
Okay. The goal is to have the skills to prove.
Yes, that I can do it. I can merge them. So that is my ultimate goal.
Okay. So you don't. Can you see how that's really a result that you've got no control over? However, we can help you prepare. I can work with you now to help you prepare to have everything in place to demonstrate that you have the coaching ability. You have the ability, not just from a coaching perspective, but you have the ability to work with merging that team. Yeah? Okay. So can we have that as the goal?
Yes.
What else? It's a role model, G. So the goal is to demonstrate the skills, because you're talking there about doing it.
Yes.
So demonstrating the skills for what?
Well, I think you've already said it, integrating the 2 teams, looking at processes, and got to go through. It's a huge change.
Mm-hmm. To coach what was the title again? The team?
The income management officers.
Income. To coach them for what reason?
At the moment, they're all feeling quite negative, concerned, worried.
So which team is that? Your team or the other
Our
team? Sorry?
My team.
Okay.
I'm not sure how the others feel. We've had one meeting together, speak on the phone, but not an awful lot of integration yet.
So can we focus on now, you know your team?
Yes.
Okay. So to coach, will we put your income management team?
Yes.
What have you got control over at this point of time?
working with them.
Working with who specifically?
The income management officers.
Which income management officers?
My
Your, yeah, okay. So to coach your income management officers
to accept the change.
To accept the change. You said see the vision?
And see the opportunities, because you know, with every merger, although there are, you know, there's always opportunities.
So see the opportunities. What else?
The main thing I want them to see is that change is a good thing.
Okay. But that's according to whom?
Yeah, I suppose.
It's according to you. So it's. I just want to stay on the goal a little bit. I want to stick with what you can actually do at this point in time, because the merger hasn't happened.
No.
We've now found out there's 2 people eligible for this leadership position. It may or may not be yourself, but the thing you have control over at this point of time, you have control over being able to coach your income management officers to work or accept, because they may not accept.
And to, well, it's to identify, to let them see the goals as well. Because at the moment, I don't feel that they can see a goal and that they can.
How do you know that?
Different things that they've said. You know, the problem that the stage that they're at the moment was they thought it would be a long process. It would be, you know, 3-4 years down the line, and it is happening
quickly.
very quickly.
So it's change that's happening quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. Officers to cope with the change.
Yeah, to cope with the change, and you know, because they've got major even about new locations, things like that. So it isn't just the work.
Okay. So is cope the right word? Because I've given you that word. Because you don't know if they'll. You can't say if someone will accept. I want you, because you know your team.
Yeah.
So give me what really is your vision and your goal for the uncertainty, because in this real life situation, real life uncertainty.
Well, I suppose to recognise the things that they can't change, because that's the main thing. Some things you can't change until it actually happens. And
So recognise the situation, yeah, and do what?
well, recognise it. Well, not accept, but there will be change. The change will become bigger. It's not just the merger as well. There's lots of other changes, outsourced forces that they've got to cope with as well. So it isn't just the merger, but obviously that's their first goal.
Okay. So I want to stick with your role within this. So there's a lot going on for your team that you've recognised.
Yeah.
So within everything you've recognised for your team, you've actually brought to my attention the fact that this is going to happen, right? So it's the reality. So it's to recognise the situation, and do they have work to do? I mean, are they paid employees or are they volunteers?
No, they're paid.
Right, okay. So has work to be done?
Oh, yeah, well, they bring the rent in, because it's housing association.
Okay.
You know.
So coaching to do what through this time of change?
Well, there's 2 different systems as well, and at the moment, each team thinks their systems are the best.
Okay, stop, come back, you're moving too far ahead. Okay. Which system, has it been decided yet, which system? Okay, so can you see, we're going to situations here that are outside of your control. What is within your control as the leader of 5? Is it 5?
Yes.
So my 5 income managers, is it?
Yeah.
Are they called income managers? Oh, sorry, income management officers.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mistake. So it's to coach my 5 income manager officers to recognise the situation, recognise the changing situation, and do what specifically? Because think of what you have control over.
Merger, integrate the 2 teams.
You don't know if you'll be able to do that at this point in time. You don't know if you're the person to do that, do you?
No.
Okay. So I want you to stick with what you can do at this point in time, moving towards that, because you can use these skills, you can use this process when you're actually integrating the team. But before we get to that stage, what are you in control of just now?
Well, I want to demonstrate that I can. And obviously, if I get them on board.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Thank you. And get who are them? Who's the who then? On board what?
With the change.
Okay.
I would like to think that they will, accept the situation.
For what reason?
Because then they will be happier in their role.
What role do they do?
They collect rent.
Yes,
They
so
want
they've got a job to do.
Yeah.
So coaching them to do what while
Carry
this is
on.
all going on?
To carry on with the day job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really the first goal. There's other goals that come from that. But for you to be able to coach your team to carry on with the day job, just doing it or doing it effective, how do you want them to do it?
It's got to be done effectively, yes.
Okay. So to coach your 5 income managers to continue working and continue being productive while all this change is going on. Yeah? Is that the first goal we can start with?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's start with
It will be.
So at this point of time, are they not achieving?
No, they are achieving.
Sorry?
They are.
Okay. So what are you seeing as potential pitfalls and problems?
The motivation isn't there because they've got all these concerns going on behind the scenes. So they are carrying on. It's not affecting their day job. It's not affecting their work. But I know that morale is affected.
Okay. So they are doing a good job. Yeah. Okay.
There's no problem with that at all. They're achieving their targets.
Okay, that's fine. So the goal is to coach your so it's your to coach your 5 management officers to just become or stay. Are they motivated? You said they're motivated and they're doing their job.
Within their own little world,
Mhm.
their targets, they're achieving their targets, they're still working well.
So to continue
Yeah.
achieving,
Yeah.
achieving targets,
So
focused and
I'd like to be motivated.
motivated, yeah. Throughout the change.
Yes.
While the changes, while this,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so you've actually given me a lot of the reality, which is the R part of the grow model, which is the present state. So at this point of time, they are achieving the targets. So what else is going on? What else?
Within the team, there's they're not gelling as much.
Okay, they're not gelling as much. That's presupposing they used to gel.
Yeah. I think it's like it would affect anyone in the situation because they are concerned, they are worried about the change of
So
location.
it's 5 individuals.
Mhm.
How long have you been managing them?
12 months.
12 months. Okay, so you had 12 months.